everybody. We can get started with Coach. Jim, you can go ahead.
Hey, Coach, this is Jim from Pelicans.com. I was wondering, what have you seen from Kyra defensively? It seems like one thing that he's done really well is anticipation on defense, where he's coming from the weak side and getting steals on guys that aren't the man that he's guarding. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, Jim, I think you're exactly right. I mean, he reads plays really, really well. He's got great anticipation. He's quick. He's got great hands, and he's fearless. So I think he does a good job off the ball. Where his improvements got to come defensively, and this is the reverse of what I see normally with young players, is where he's got to come defensively is on the ball, guarding the ball, keeping the ball in front of him, being able to pressure the ball a little bit more, things like that. But off the ball, I think he's way ahead of the curve for a young guy.
Hey, Coach, it's Andrew from ESPN. I know a lot of practice time has been devoted to defense. But what does it say about the offensive capabilities of this team that you can have a 122 offensive rating or whatever it is since you got back from that road trip without really having to do much work on it in practice, that you guys are focusing on defensive stuff all the time?
Yeah, I mean that's sort of Andrew, the shame of it, to be honest, is that we're playing so well at the offensive end that if we could just get to average or close to it defensively, you feel like, about the only game where our offense has betrayed us was last night in the fourth quarter. And that's really rare for us. I mean, but the other times, you're right. And even more telling than the last 14 games is we're in this streak of being 1-4, and our offensive rating's gone up. It's 129 over the last 5 games, and you only get one win out of it, which I think tells you pretty clearly that offense is not the problem. And our offense has been good, I think, because, we're doing a great job sharing the ball. Brandon and Zion are playing at a high level. Lonzo's playing at a high level. And we've done a really good job playing together. What we are is sort of a 180 from where we were early in the year, where we were a good defensive team. And we were all talking in these type of things, and even among our staff, of what are we going to do offensively and our spacing and all of that. And now it's, we're 7th even on the whole season offensively and can't stop anybody. So, now I will say this, guys, I'd rather be there right now than the other way around, even though defense is more important to me, because I feel like it's more fixable. If you don't have enough offensive talent, you'll be banging your head against the wall forever trying to figure out ways to score. The fact that we can score, even though we haven't shown it and I haven't shown it, I do feel like we can fix the defense and be better at that end. So, I still have great hopes and optimism for this team because I think we can fix that part of it.
Hey, Christian Clark here. I know this season, just practice days have been increasingly hard to come by. How nice was it to just be able to get one in here?
Yeah, and we did about 40 minutes of live work probably, and then did our walkthrough for tomorrow because, we're just all, and look, this isn't an excuse because every team's going through it, but trying to figure out the COVID stuff because of testing. Normally on a 2:30 game like tomorrow, we'd come and do our walkthrough at the arena at 11:30. But to do that, everybody would have had to test between 10 and 10:30. So you would have had to have guys get to the arena 4.5 hours before the game. As it is, they have to test tonight after 11 o'clock tonight. They have to drive back to the practice facility and test. And then they've got to be there early enough to test tomorrow to play. I don't think everybody really understands how hard this has been on players and what their and what they're going through. And again, I don't say that as an excuse because every team in the league is doing it. I'm just saying, like, you know, it's really been hard on guys.
Yeah, you talked about Kyra defensively and what he's doing this year. What about Eric Bledsoe? What have you kind of seen from him defensively and what he's done?
Look, Eric's a good defender. I'd like him to even take a step up and really, like, you know, pressure the ball and really get into people and be a disruptive force defensively. And I think we'll see more of that going forward.
Yeah, and one more defensive question for me. I kind of asked you this the other night about the way you're using your bigs and pick and roll situations. I think a lot of times when you see bigs like Steven Adams and Billy around the league, guys like to use them in drop coverage, and you're bringing them out a little bit more. You said earlier this year you were dropping them back, and then you brought them up. I guess what did you guys kind of evaluate to kind of get to that point where you feel a little bit more comfortable bringing those guys up a little higher?
Well, I don't think after last night we feel that comfortable. You know, I mean, look, it's as simple as this, Will. I haven't found the right answer for this team. I have not. And we need to keep exploring. I know it can work with the big up. Denver puts Jokic up on all the pick and rolls, and he's not the most mobile guy in the world. It's a matter of priorities, but obviously spreading out your defense, what it opens up is more threes. And we're getting absolutely crushed at the three-point line. So it's not all in pick and rolls, but it's probably the only thing we can scheme for in pick and rolls. And we have to, I'm talking we as coaching staff, me primarily as a decision maker, we have to find a way to get the threes under control to give ourselves a chance. I mean, if you look at the rest of even our defensive numbers, they're not bad. The only other areas where you're really concerned are that we don't create a lot of turnovers, especially for a team that's spread out. But we don't give up points in the paint, really, not a lot. We're top 10 there. We don't foul. We get back. I mean, you know, all of those things are pretty good. We rebound the ball. It's the three-point line. And really, if you look at the numbers on both sides of the ball, you sort of come away with they don't force a lot of turnovers. They don't shoot free throws really well. And, you know, but the main thing is they give up a lot of threes. Everything else is pretty good. I mean, you know, if you look and analyze and evaluate by the numbers, everything else is pretty good. And we've got to get that under control. I've got to find a way to get that under control. I deserve any criticism coming my way. We have not done a good job defensively with this team since the first 6 games of the year. And we've got to find some answers, you know, and I haven't yet. So lay it on my doorstep.
Hey, Coach, this is Ollie with the Bird Rights. I'm curious, when the offense does hit a wall like it did yesterday, what would you like to see happen? Would you want to see the players basically rely and trust the scheme? Would you like to see maybe a player or two, one of the captains or the leaders of the team step up? But what would you like to see happen? And I'm talking outside of turnovers.
Are you talking about our defense or offense, Ollie?
Oh, I'm sorry, Coach. Yeah, offensively.
Offensively, yeah, you know what? I'll take the hit on that one too because we just haven't been struggling at all offensively. And our answer has been, even when we hit short droughts, our answer has been get the ball in Brandon's hands, run something for him, get the ball in Zion's hands. And last night they were loaded up on us, and we should have gone to stuff with more movement. I did not do that. But then the other thing is, and we talked about it today as a group, same thing had happened in Indiana when they had the fourth quarter comeback. When we get hit with those haymakers, we slow down. Our pace gets really slow, and that's not by design. That's not by design. Now, part of it is the ball's going through the basket all the time, but we don't even push up into our sets. We sort of really slow down. So the answer to your question is, I think when we hit those things, I need to get us in stuff with more movement, and we need to play at a better pace, both in the full court and the half court.
Hey, just one more for you quickly. Was Steven able to go through practice today?
Steven did not go through practice. He is feeling better. He did shoot afterwards, but he did not go through practice.